Hello friends. In last video, we discussed about market price patterns adhere to a which we call it as wave. And these patterns have some rules and discussed in wave principle. As per this wave principle, the basic pattern in the sense prices tend to move up and down, right? Peaks and troughs, right? So these patterns, as per wave principle, there are motive waves and corrective waves. In the last video, we discussed about motive waves. What are the rules behind motive waves? What are the different types of motive waves? If you not yet watched that video, please review that video and come to this video after that. So in this video, what are we going to discuss? Yes, corrective waves. What are corrective waves? What are the different kinds of corrective waves? What are the rules behind the corrective waves? All the information we are going to discuss in this video are extracted right from this book. And all the information that I am discussing in this video are captured as notes. And the notes, of course, you can download from the description section of this video. Please download and make use of it. Why are we waiting? Without much delay, sit back, focus, and let's continue. The second part of introduction to the wave principle, corrective waves. This is the basic pattern. You can see motive wave and corrective wave. In this video, we are going to discuss about corrective wave. Market trends invariably encounter interruptions. In Elliott wave terms, we refer to this interruption as corrective wave. Corrective waves. Corrective wave are either sharp or sideways. A sharp corrective wave usually have a relatively steep angle. This is a sharp corrective wave, never registering a new price extreme beyond the previous wave that it is retracing. This is the previous motive wave. This sharp corrective wave never registered a new price beyond this level. The sideways correction boundaries are closer to horizontal and before terminating. It actually records a new price extreme beyond the price wave it is retracing. Sideways, this is sharp corrective wave and there is side wave corrective wave also. We are going to discuss about that shortly. All corrective waves achieve some partial retracement of the preceding wave of the same degree. Self-explanatory, like this is the motive wave and this retraces partially. Because corrective waves comes in many variation, it is challenging to identify them in real time and to know when they are complete. The three basic type of corrective wave patterns are zigzag, flat, and triangle. When two or more of these patterns link together to form a sideways, then we call it as combination. In motive wave, we discuss about two kinds of motive waves, that is impulse and diagonal. Similarly, in corrective waves, there are three types of corrective waves, which is zigzag, flat, and triangle. First of all, let's discuss about zigzag. A zigzag is a short three-wave corrective pattern labeled A, B, and C. Wave A is always an impulse or leading diagonal. Leading diagonal in the sense you can simply understand it looks like a wedge, right? So A is always an impulse or leading diagonal. Impulse in the sense it propels the existing trend. If the market is bearish, impulse wave is the wave that is in the direction of the market. In the direction of the trend. Wave C is always an impulse or ending diagonal. Wave B is always a corrective wave. This corrective wave can be a zigzag, flat, triangle, or combination. What is flat, triangle, combination? We'll be discussing shortly. We call this zigzag as 5-3-5 structure because this is a 5 wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is a corrective wave which is 1, 2, 3, and again there is a 5 wave. So hence we call it as 5-3-5 structure. In a zigzag, wave B can never go beyond the start of wave A. Wave B can never go beyond the start of wave A. And wave C almost goes beyond the end of wave A. If wave C does not go beyond the end of wave A, it is called a truncated wave C. Zigzag corrections can take the form of 1, 2, or 3 zigzags. Here you can see 2 double zigzag, but there is a limit. It cannot go beyond 3 zigzag. The maximum is 3 zigzag as per the literature. Whenever there is more than 1 zigzag, another corrective wave forms in order to link one zigzag to another. Here this is zigzag number 1 denoted with W, zigzag number 2 denoted with Y, there is a corrective wave in between which is denoted as X. If this is a double zigzag, if there is a third zigzag, the third zigzag will be denoted with the alphabet letter Z, and the corrective wave will always be called as X. This wave X, which is corrective wave, is usually a zigzag. It always moves in the opposite direction of wave W or wave Y if there is an additional zigzag, additional corrective pattern. A flat is a sideways three-wave corrective pattern, also labeled A, B, C. Wave A are always corrective waves. Even a wave B is also a corrective wave, and wave C is always a motive wave. Why we call wave A and wave B as corrective wave? Because it's a three-wave pattern. But wave C, why we call it as motive wave? Because it's five-wave pattern. These flats are also called as 3-3-5 structure because it comprises of three-wave, and five-wave. In flats, wave A and B are never triangles and rarely flats, meaning mostly wave A and wave B are zigzags. Wave B usually retraces at least 90% of wave A. At least 90, or it can be more than 90 also. Wave B. There are three types of flats: regular flat, expanded flat, and running flat. The most common type of flat is expanded flat. Running flats are rare. This is regular flat. Wave B ends at about the same level as the beginning of wave A, and wave C ends slightly past the end of wave A. In expanded flat, wave B ends beyond the start of wave A, and wave C ends substantially beyond the end of wave A. Next one is running flat. Wave B ends beyond the start of wave A, and wave C fails to reach the end of wave A. A triangle is a sideways corrective wave with subwaves labeled A, B, C, D, E. All the subwaves of a triangle are zigzags or multiple zigzag pattern. Therefore, we call the triangle as 3-3-3-3-3 structure. There are 5 threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hence, we call it as 3-3-3-3-3 structure. On occasion, one of these subwaves take the form of another triangle, and that subwave is usually wave E. Only one of these subwaves can be complex, meaning strung out over time, and that subwave is normally C, D, E. In a triangle, the line that connects the termination point of wave A and C is called AC trend line. This is AC trend line. And the line that connects the termination point of B and D is called BD trend line. Wave E may terminate at short of or beyond the AC trend line. In contracting and barrier triangles, this is contracting and this is barrier triangle. The AC line and BD line, AC line and BD line normally converges. Wave C never moves beyond the end of wave A, and wave D never moves beyond the end of wave B, and wave E never moves beyond the end of wave C. Wave B may or may not move beyond the start of wave A. Sometimes it moves beyond the start of wave A, then we call it as running triangle. In barrier triangle, BD trend line is horizontal and AC trend line points in the direction of the main trend at next higher degree. Same characteristics as a contracting triangle with following exception. Wave D ends at about the same level as wave D. In expanding triangles, the AC trend line and BD trend line diverge, not converge, diverge. After completion of wave A, each subwave beyond the starting point of each new subwave moves beyond the starting point of the previous subwave. A triangle always precedes the final motive wave in the direction of the main trend at next higher degree. That final motive wave normally makes a swift and sharp move, which is called a post-triangle thrust. The first two triangles, which is contracting and barrier triangle, we can estimate the maximum termination point of the thrust by extending the AC trend line. We can extend the AC trend line, and we can similarly extend the BD trend line, measure the width, and the width will be added to the end of wave E, then this is the target. Similar to our triangle pattern target. Combination is a sideways corrective pattern that includes two or more corrective structure. Three corrective structures appear to be the limit. Each corrective structure is linked by an x-axis or x wave, which has three characteristics. Three characteristics for x wave. It can be any corrective pattern. It always moves in the opposite direction of the previous corrective pattern. It is usually a zigzag. There never appears to be more than one triangle in a combination, and when one appears, it always seems to be the final corrective structure in the combination. The two types of combinations are double three and triple three. This is double three combination. A double three combination includes two corrective patterns. The first corrective pattern is labeled W, and the second corrective pattern is labeled Y. They are linked by X. A triple three combination includes three corrective patterns labeled W, Y, and Z, each linked by X waves. Triple three are rare. Within double and triple threes, X waves are usually zigzags and never triangles. Here I conclude the corrective wave patterns. We discuss about various corrective waves, zigzag, flats, and triangles. What are the rules for it? In the next session, we are going to see about a technique which help us to identify the target or forecast the target. Nature given technique. It's a unique technique, pretty interesting. We'll see in the next video. Thanks for sticking till end of this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.